Alright, welcome everybody to the Curator's Codex Gaming channel. I am the Curator, and this is a channel where you can find as many entertaining things as I can personally muster up for your enjoyment. This channel, of course, being specifically more on video games, though I do have a main channel known as the Curator's Codex, which is more a talk of TTRPGs and other entertaining things involved around that. We are playing some Borderlands 3 today. We're starting a full playthrough, actually, and that is right. You heard that correct. A full playthrough of this insanely massive, amazing game. I'm a lover of Borderlands, and this game is just probably the icing on top of the cake of the Borderlands gaming industry, in my personal opinion. I've, again, played all the Borderlands game prior to this one, even the Tales of the Borderlands game, which, let's be honest, the main story of that was pretty good, all things considered, though the DLC for that game left a lot to be desired. Basically, I'm hoping to do an entire playthrough of this as fast as I can. We're starting with a fully leveled up Flak character. That's like my go-to character in this game. Probably my favorite, right next to Zane. He's pretty badass. And then we'll just be rolling on through that. It should be pretty interesting to see. I've gotten on YouTube, and it doesn't seem like there's a whole crap load of people who have done full playthroughs of things like this before. I've had a few on there, or I've seen a few on there that have like touched the game in the slightest, or like gone, 25 episodes of their own making into it. Granted, who knows how popular this playthrough will be, and I'm partly doing this playthrough not only as a tip to Borderlands 3 and its epicness, but also as a tip to how Borderlands 4 is coming out, I believe, in September. I might be wrong about that. Oops, sorry about that. But, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, so there's my Flak. We got our pet badass
That will look excellent with blood on it.
And it is time to get this done. Hopefully this works out. I hope that YouTube is, like, open to me doing this. I know there's, like, a lot of gore and the liking in this game, which is part of what makes it so fantastic. Yeah, yet again, fully upgraded character. I have, let's see, let's pull this up for all y'all. We've got all kinds of crap in our inventory, all kinds of awesome guns from the past of my playthroughs. Most of my skills going into the orange and green trees. I've been messing around with the fadeaway lately, especially in like Vault Hunter, well, now it's through Vault Hunter mode, but then with like Mayhem mode and everything else all to the max, trying to grind bosses and the liking. I guess this popped us in with everything already done. We're chilling though. This is probably for the best to skip that intro bit. Just roll right into the game itself.
A messy tool of death. I like it.
Alright.
I wondered where that went.
Jackal.
Hey, do you hear bloodthirsty screaming?
I
More
do.
COV. Let's see what you got, recruit.
There's too many of them!
Jeez.
Where's two?
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty simple until we turn on Mayhem, I should say. Which, if I'm being totally honest, this is like one of the most entertaining things to watch in Borderlands when you have high level gear and you're going up against basically low level enemies.
Nice fighting, killer.
Did it so fast I had to wait for it to load a little bit.
Alright, we got a foothold. Maybe things are turning our way. Come on, killer, you're with me. Let me catch you up. A while back we found a map. Led to vaults all over the Borderlands. Dream come true, right? I didn't realize how big of a target it would make us. We got attacked and the map was lost. I've been looking for it ever since. This way. I was so focused on finding the map, I didn't notice that Pandora was changing. The bandit clans used to just murder each other for fun. Now, they're all under one banner. cult.
The children of the vault.
Right. Come on, let's take a look around. Their leaders are the Calypso twins, and their followers worship them like gods. They're convinced the map will lead them to something called the Great Vault, and they've been slaughtering anyone who gets in their way. We heard a rumor that a bandit clan found an alien artifact in the desert. Could be the map. That's what we're here to find out.
I'll stand guard.
There you go. Claptrap was always one of my favorite
Perfect.
NPC protagonists in part. I know in, what was it, the pre-sequel, I believe it was, you could play as him. It was not necessarily that great, but it was kind of fun at the same
What do we
time.
have here?
Shiv! The Sun Smasher clan has recovered the sacred vault map! Send our followers to invite the Sun Smashers into our holy family! And hurry! The twin gods grow hungry!
The map. I knew it. We have to beat them to the Sun Smashers. I'll open the gate.
Basically just realized I'm running pretty much all incendiary. What is it? Let's see. The Expert Hellshock has to be
Come on,
one of the
this
best
way.
guns in the game, if not the best in my personal opinion. It doesn't necessarily trump in like in a bunch of aspects, you know, but the fire rate, and if you have good damage, the fire rate just absolutely kills anything. I always would go to the Expert Hellshock, or just any Hellshock really, for when I'd be transitioning up through like Mayhem levels, or when I first went back around and did True Vault Hunter mode from the beginning. Man, it just clips through anything, especially like bosses. It's just one of the most handy weapons, unless the boss is just, you know, insane, which at that point you're kind of just grinding it down anyway. Yeah, the Hellshock, again, in my opinion, is just the way to go. I'm sure you saw I got the Speedlone Hellwalker out there. Has to be maybe not necessarily my go-to weapon all the time, but one of my favorite, if not my favorite weapon in the game next to the Hellshock, because it is just, I mean, come on. I mean, well, one, it's Doom Shotgun, so that's just everything right then and there. And the damage output is intense, especially if you get that from a high point. I mean, from like a high level, you know, from max level. I was trying to grind or farm, what is it? I think his name is Roadkill, the guy that you're supposed to farm on the Splinterlands for the Speedlone Hellwalker. And, hold on. And,
I'm gonna set up camp and gather some intel on the Calypsos. Find the
got
Sun Smasher
it a few
war chief and
times.
do whatever
I think
it takes
the one
to
that I
get
currently
map.
have, what is it at?
Seems like you guys got
47,000
this.
times
Good
10,
luck.
pretty
I'm
much.
gonna go hang out in some trash.
That's the highest one I think I've ever seen.
What are we working with here? Well, this place kind of sucks, but it's all we got at the moment. It's not the first time the Raiders have had to start from scratch. It's no sanctuary. Hope Ellie gets that ship working soon.
This place does suck. Oh jeez. Sorry, having a few controller issues right now. I don't have a proper USB connector for this yet. I'm gonna get one tomorrow, but wanted to record the video anyway, and it's good shit all the way around. I'm gonna have to work on trying not to cuss at all during my playthroughs as well. It always makes things harder. You know, so I know there's like, you know, Borderlands being Borderlands, there's like ammo boxes all over the place, but granted in Borderlands 3, I guess depending on the build you're running, usually you don't even, well, at least I never found myself even having to worry about health, even like a little bit, you know what I mean? I think just you get like enough perks, it just kind of regenerates constantly, or I don't know if it comes back over time or not in this game. I don't think it did in like the older ones, but that makes things a little bit simplified, you know, like
I'd
health.
like to know who I'm working with. What made you decide to be a Vault Hunter?
Death calls me across the stars to hunt the living and send them to her. I am her knife, and I must forever hone myself. The vaults are the ultimate hunt, and so I am here.
Vaults attract all kinds. Just Just remember, the power inside them is hard to resist. It's up to us to make sure it doesn't end up in the wrong hands. Trust me, I've seen it happen.
You know, seeing Lilith's like live action face up there made me think too back to the Borderlands movie that came out a while back.
That's the Sun Smashers camp, but it looks like the COV got there first. Don't let them
I don't
leave
know
with
how
the map.
everybody feels about that. I was not a fan at all personally. I know there was a lot of flashback from that, but is what it is. You know what I mean? Like I think in this day and age, the film industry is struggling in its own anyway. And I don't know why. You know, it's like weird. I think it's just the corporate like overhaul kind of thing that's just taking over and just kind of makes everybody in that industry kind of less creative.
You there? How are you, Ambassador? Run! Run, you weakling!
Gambling myself quite a bit in this playthrough. Part of like playing flak is my main. One of my biggest things is I will constantly go down. But yeah, that's usually not a problem, especially with like a certain flak build. And when you have the skill that lets your pet come and revive you, you're basically unkillable. And what I've found is that I don't know what the proper name is, but the spider ant that I have there, the flame spider ant, whatever it is. It just seems to be the best pet because even in the hardest state of the game, I've found that it just never dies. It just doesn't seem to ever die. And you know, and like enemies tend to not target ever, like when you're down, and even when they do, one time I was down, and you know, there's just a mid-tier level guy that we were fighting.
I wondered where that went.
He was just like constantly striking the spider ant while I was down, and it was just doing nothing. Oh no! We don't need to go up there. Let's go around.
Hello! Somebody help me! I would prefer not to die like this!
Stinky.
Yo! Little help? Shoot me down, will ya? I like to hang, but not like this. Not like this!
Not like this. Yeah, I know. One of my buddies told me there was some girls up here. Never even knew about that until like my third playthrough.
Oh, hey, yeah. Feet work good. Nice to meet you. Hey, thanks. If you hadn't come along, I might be dead. So, what are you doing here?
I am on an unending hunt for the glory of... Oh, as in right now, I am working with Lilith and the Crimson Raiders.
You're with the Firehawk? Oh man, I used to run with Lilith back in the day. But, you know, now I'm a bandit ward chief. Go Sun Smashers. I mean, at least I used to be a ward chief. Until, you know, my clan found that stupid alien junk. I warned them not to mess with that crap. But what do? They tie me up and they take it to the Calypso twins. Not cool, bro. Well, we should probably get out of here before the COV come back. So, where are Lilith and the Raiders hanging these days?
The cult propaganda center nearby. It's our territory now.
Now we're talking! Come on, let's get out of here. I'll lead the way, even though I'm totally unarmed. Can't let them know you're afraid and totally defenseless, bro. Bandit life! So, you took over that COV propaganda center all by your little self?
Yes, they fought like animals. Sick, wounded animals.
I am impressed. Oh man, the Children of the Vault totally trashed my camp! Like, that is not where that bloody skull should be! It is completely ruining the vibe! Oh, I know a shortcut! This way!
shortcut. Yeah, my favorite character was always Flag, especially, you know, I mean, well, the whole robot thing is awesome. You know, especially the whole robot thing not being Claptrap. But, yeah, you know, too, on that, like, I've heard a lot of people don't like Claptrap. I never understood it. I love him. I think he's just absolutely hilarious. Maybe not from a gameplay perspective, but...
Ugh, Skag Central, am I right? You know, I'm gonna let you take care of him. The only thing I'm packing right now is not something I'm gonna use on a Skag.
Fair. Look at, yeah, we'll just let the beast deal with it. Pop him.
Composition suits you.
That's pretty much it.
This is my purpose.
Grenade. One of the more fun grenades too that I've ever found.
Let's go meet up with the Firehawk.
My personal favorite is the Ghost Call grenade from the
Those Calypsos won't stop.
what is it, like
Every
Haunted
bandit
Hollows or
on
something?
Pandora worships
One of
them
those
like
the
gods.
DLC that was on.
The
based
bandits
on
don't
Halloween.
need gods. We worship a hot fire and a charred piece of meat. There are rules.
But yeah, you know, it takes accuracy, but if you can lob
I'm sure
the
Lilith will be glad to see me. We're tight, bro. Super
Fungus
tight.
Among Us grenade
Like,
on somebody,
bro
then
tight.
it grows on them like you
That's
saw
the thing.
before and makes them all. Sometimes guys will like fall over. It's just hilarious.
Pandora's in trouble. I can feel it in my bones. Or maybe that's just the harsh desert wind on my bare sun-dappled chest.
Probably both fun. Come on, beast. Come on, Vaughn. Gotta love how
Oh,
the
sweet
NPCs
digs!
move.
Fortified, well ventilated. You know, throw some bloody skulls up on the walls. You got yourself a nice, cozy place here, friend.
Vaughn? What the hell are you doing here?
Hey, Lilith! Former war chief of the Sun Smashers, reporting for duty! Go Crimson Raiders!
It's good to see you, Vaughn. The Raiders will take all the help we can get. So, Vault Hunter, did you find the map?
Oops, sorry about that, guys.
The map was not there, so I acquired this bandit.
Map? If you're talking about that alien junk, my clan is bringing it to the Calypso twins as an offering. They're heading to the Holy Broadcast Center. It's where the Calypsos host murder sermons to amp up their followers.
Can't let the Calypsos get that map. The Holy Broadcast Center is a long ride. Vault Hunter, you're gonna need some wheels. My friend Ellie runs the Catch-A-Ride. Go introduce yourself, and she'll hook you up.
Alright. Sweet. Yeah, yeah, and the NPC, I mean, not the pathfinding's not necessarily bad, but just, you know, when it says, like, when it's like, follow somebody, they just, you know, they just take off, like, sprinting like a god across the map. It's just hilarious. I mean, I get it helps you get there, you know, helps you get there quicker, and especially people that like to get bored with certain things like this. You know, it's things that take time on certain wavelengths or whatever. We'll go get the vehicle station up and running and then head back to do side quests. Basically what I want to try to do is run us through all the main quests, all the side quests.
Let the hunt make you!
Explore every corner of every map, all the way through.
Vaughn, what the hell? You knew I've been looking for that map. Why didn't you bring it to me?
Whoa. Okay, I see what happened here. Let me explain. I let the map slip into the hands of culty psychopaths, and now the whole galaxy's in danger.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay, same page. You know what this calls for? Apology push-ups.
You don't have to...
Bro's good with the ladies, what can we say? Yeah, I was saying earlier, like, you know, Borderlands being Borderlands, there's like ammo crates and shit like that all over the place. I mean, up until Borderlands 3, I never really worried about ammo collection. Or I did, I guess, up until Borderlands 3, and like now I always just buy it from the shop though. It seems like, I mean, of course, if you have Mayhem on, you know, you can just be super rich, super quick. But I find that you know, even just from like a small money container, you can often get enough cash to just keep up with being able to buy money every time you see an ammo dump.
Now remind me, what'd you say you was gonna do to my gal pal Lil?
God Queen Tyreen will drink soup from the skull of the great heretic!
My bad, finger slipped. Oh, howdy! Didn't see you there.
Ellie. Yeah, you know, when I first played this game too, I was so sad. I was so sad about, you know,
I heard y'all were
the
in the
original
neighborhood.
vehicle.
Good to
guy.
see
Oh,
old
God, I can't
Lil
think
found
his
some
name.
new blood.
Goes
I'm
to
Ellen.
tell you how
Hey,
intelligent
what are
I
you
am
staring at,
on the
huh?
far scale of things.
Most humans are frail and weak, but you've got admirable heft, girl.
Ain't you a heartbreaker? Lil said you was looking for a vehicle. Damn cultist stole all mine. Mind stealing me one back? Then I'll set you up with a catch a ride. And thanks for coming by.
Yeah, but it was always the, you know, the classic, gonna catch a ride. That was just always the best thing ever. I know he made a big appearance in Tales of the Borderlands 2. For the life of me, I cannot think of that guy's name. Yeah, you know, when you were in our last encounter earlier, you could even tell, you know,
Send you all to
I
death!
did get down so many credit notes on my own
Death
grenade.
smile.
I was close to death anyway. I am one that is at a complete loss for how you have enough shields and health to not just constantly die in this
Ain't
game.
nothing to it. Just run
I've
up to
never
one
been
and
able
kindly
to
tell the driver
get that
to speed
otherwise.
addle.
Granted, I always just run face first into their gunfire, so that probably has something to do with that. If I were to be a guessing man. Yeah, don't worry. Later on, I'm sure we're gonna. Once we get on some mayhem, we'll see some heavy struggle. That was pretty cool. That was pretty awesome. Oh, we got a purple guy, anointed. Ooh.
I hear you,
know,
beast!
Going back to like lower levels too. Like you gotta you gotta enjoy that so much. You know what I mean? Like every once in a while, if you play the game a lot like I do, you know, just going to mayhem or just going back down to a lower mayhem level, it's awesome, you know. Sometimes the constant struggle just isn't necessarily the best thing ever. At least, you know, when you're max level, it's like, you know, there's nothing wrong with building your way up from the ground, but when you're already up there and things are just no better than they were when you started off. Hey. Here. Snatch that. Look you up on out of here. I played this game through like so many, 5 times I think, on various characters too.
Just park the car there, hun.
I still have yet to gather all of the car parts. But granted, that's just for the lack of. Like,
All right,
farming and
now
traveling,
register
but-
with a catch a ride so you can deconstruct a new one whenever you want. Just in case you get a Pandora flat, meaning your car explodes.
Pull out the cyclone.
All
I'm
set.
gonna have to
Happy
get on my
hunting. You tell
terminology
Lil
for
our
this game
ship's
now,
almost
man.
ready. Soon as she finds that map, we're good to go.
I just found these sticky bond shooters.
Ellie got you rolling? He always does. Now, head to the Holy Broadcast Center and find that map.
And if I continue to try, you will be able to understand why I typically run straight up to my enemy and gun them down. Because in Oh crap. Hey. That's the most broken part.
My vending machine is broken? Gah, how am I supposed to profit off this war-torn? Yeah, I mean, they sell premium weapons to heroic vault hunters such as yourself. Let's fix my vending machine. And by that I mean, you fix it.
Of course. Oh, except this one for the Claptrap too.
Please help me!
Claptrap lost his antenna due to his magnetic personality. Help him find some suitable replacement antennas.
Recruit! You have to
Bad
help
reception.
me! I lost my antenna!
I know your pain, little friend. I will assist you.
Yes! I'm gonna be bigger and badder than ever! Plus, this is an important fashion decision. Bring me replacement antenna options, Recruit! Options, I say! Go forth! Even though finding me a new antenna is vitally important, you can do this mission on the side. And you'll probably want to get a vehicle for this one. Oh, that psycho is sporting a great hat! I want it! Get it for me, Recruit! Just go talk to him. He seems reasonable enough.
Yeah,
Greetings, chum. How does the day find you?
the friendliest psycho I've ever met.
Your cordial greeting has me uneasy for some reason.
Fear not, friend. I am keeping the voices at bay with this mighty cap atop my head.
I require that metal headpiece.
Oh, no. I couldn't possibly part with it. Not right now. You'll have to destroy the mind control transmission dishes first. They're beaming voices into my brain.
You heard the man. Destroy those transmission dishes. I need that hat.
Let's see. Alright, I know those things
I could feel the mind control releasing its hold. Yes, keep destroying the dishes so that I can finally be free of the voices.
Last one. I just gotta look around for this stuff. Okay, it's up there somewhere. Right there. Hey. I call BS. This is probably gonna be about accuracy. Mind control gone, buddy?
Yes! We're free of those horrible calming voices! I can finally be the skin cupcake!
Skin cupcake.
Feel the bloodlust! Roll right over them!
Oh.
Well, he's dead. Now pick up that hat. Shiny! That hat would make me the talk of the town. Those snooty aristocrats couldn't kick me out of their fancy galas anymore.
It's all the same stuff that's back at the broadcast center. Or not the broadcast center, whatever that old reception. Is it old broadcast center? Whatever that is over there. Our current home base. This unbelievable bastard stole Bond's undies. Alright.
Hey, Vault Hunter! Some bandit did the unthinkable. He stole a pair of my undies! Those are my trademark Hyperion red bars, damn it! Do you know how hard it is to get your hands on those down here? Go murder him horribly! Ugh, I hate the Calypso twins so much. They conned the bandits of Pandora with promises of death cars and meat storms and blood saunas. Good stuff, right? I mean, even my clan fell for it. Gullible idiots. And I've never seen the Calypsos myself, but they must be the most terrifying, bloodthirsty psychopaths Pandora's ever seen. I mean, look, my clan only accepted me as a leader after I killed a guy with just my abs, so imagine what it takes to unite all the clans together. You'd need, like, a 20-pack. 18 bare mins. I know my clan betrayed me, but if the Calypsos mess with my Sun Smashers, then we have got a blood feud on our hands. Which would be awesome! Oh, there a while since I got a good old-fashioned blood feud going. 4-0, baby!
Poopy ammo.
Eager life.
Yeah, just recently learned that because preference for most people is like Mayhem 11 in terms of Mayhem, right? And so doing all that just because Mayhem 11 they don't add any like penalties, I guess they're called. So like personal groups and all the extra stuff just helps it get up to a lot more. I honestly would say chaotic because, in my personal opinion, like the loot explosion and everything like that, you know, it's just kind of makes it different, you know, and more a little bit more interesting when you play the base game for so long. It only gets chaotic when you just really have a lot of like hardcore penalties on the game or things like that. You know, that's one thing I don't like too, is as you can see, like I'm like hitting this like barrel stag, even, you know, especially on the harder difficulties, like a vehicle ain't gonna do nothing to stop unless you have like a big rig and extra damage bonuses on it. But I remember, I might be wrong, but in the older games, hitting a guy with your vehicle is a lot more difficult. For this. Oh, that's the one way back there. Let's go. Gotta break through the hole.
There must be something down there. See if you can open that floor door somehow.
Yeah, though out of all the other Borderlands, of course, Tales from the Borderlands, it's really good. Yeah, Borderlands 3, it's like,
be a way to get that door open.
It's almost hard to go back to the other Borderlands, even though they're, you know, they're still awesome and everything and great in their own way, but you know, they're so old, more importantly, like they just run a lot less fluidly than this one does.
Get real high and jump crouch to tap into your inner strength.
Don't touch my pelican! Dog eat God world.
Hanger.
Oh, a coat hanger? Yeah, that could give me sort of a rustic vibe. No, a rusty vibe.
Yeah, there you go. Rusty vibe. That sounds more appropriate if we're all being honest here. Yeah, just saw I got $79 million. Nothing. It's nothing on the higher difficulties. It's like when you go find the Maurice's Black Market, you know, everything in there is like $30 million. I mean, I guess it probably depends on if you have Mayhem up or not. Great, I'm not 100% sure how that works. You can expect a lot less guidage and just more hopefully interesting playthrough on this game.
Watch out for all that scary electricity. There's gotta be a way to shut it off.
Ooh, spork in the eye.
Ooh, a spork might look nice. I'll rinse it off later.
Yeah, you know, while we are, I guess I do have some Guardian tokens to spend. Trying to get all the way down on that too. You know, that I think that's like one of the best parts about this game is it's just the replayability value is just like off the freaking charts. You know, I have found myself, you know, I played it 5 times through, and it just doesn't seem to get old. Maybe it's just me and my psychotic brain, but either way, it's just awesome. Yeah, I saw some of like the new characters for Borderlands 4. Hopefully, they're gonna be pretty fun. Some of them look kind of like that. You know, it's all modernized and whatever. I guess that's not our problem, right? At least, hopefully. Some of them look pretty cool though, so it should be pretty interesting. Kind of too bad we didn't get like another robot like Flack or something, you know, because he's just my favorite. You know, I love his remarks and the inhuman trying to act more human on a certain degree, especially in a world like this. Oh boy, yeah, we got flyers. This is where the bad accuracy really comes out.
Who knows what kind
But
of
thankfully,
nefarious
we're doing enough
broadcast they might
damage
be
where
sending with
it's
that
not
thing.
a problem
Climb
right
up
now.
there and destroy it.
Gotta love it too when you can just watch the beast just take care of guys like that. It's just awesome.
Now destroy that echo transponder. And pick up the antenna. We've got some good options, recruit. Return to me and we'll try them out.
Pathetic end for a pathetic creature.
Blessed be the
I don't have any cool slam effect stuff right now. Oh boy, here they come. You know, again, it's not even like I have to worry about that going down or anything. Going down or anything. I think that's why this game is so awesome. It just never gets bad. You know? Even fighting the same enemies in different areas, it's like if you kind of go around through the maps and onto the different planets and stuff like that, you know, you pretty much have different enemies for a long enough time that when you come back around, it's like, oh, okay. You know, just hit that same enemy again, but it feels fun, feels relatively like new again. You know what I mean? Alright, let's see. Pull up the other side mission here. Powerful connections. Lovable old Marcus needs you to help him repair a vending machine that was scavenged by some bandits. You'll be rewarded with access to his vast stores of deadly munitions. Hooray for capitalism!
Damn psychos, always scavenging to make their buzz axes and meat bicycles. You'll need to replace that circuit with something. You know, some skags are chock full of electricity. Get me one of their spines. Better get used to doing things like this if you want to survive on Pandora.
Should get out some of our weaker guns, since we're currently not on a mayhem mode. At least I don't think we are. Let's see. Oh yeah, I just got this. I got one of those diamond keys out of there, and I chose this over some kind of SMG. I forget what it was called, but it was a pretty good one. I think I should have just gone with the SMG. It wasn't the binary, but it was like the binary. I'll have to look that up and see what it is. Talk about that next time. Breath of the Dying, absolutely beautiful weapon. If you're not using it, you should go find it and start using it. I know there's the classic, or the most likely spawn place for it is on Necrotafeo. It's one of the like beast, you know, side missions that you complete. Go around. I don't know if it's for Zero or for the guy with the hat and monocle. You know, but you go around hunting monsters and stuff, and then all their heads get put back up on the ship. Lob it up. Flacker's pretty fun too. Just pull out the compressing storm. Get some electricity going. Got all kinds of crap down here too. Fish slap. Let's see, Nagata. That's what I've been using lately. I never even knew this was like as good as it was, or at least the one that I found. So yes, the Nagata, at least, or Nagoda, whatever it is. But it's the longbow version of that. I don't know if there's... I don't think I ever had another version of it or not.
Oh, and if you're feeling extra gruesome, you could also try getting a human spine from one of those filthy bandits. That could work.
But it's awesome because when when you throw it, so especially with the longbow, usually longbows aren't pretty good because you need accuracy and whatnot. And that is not my forte. But it goes like that. It's just awesome. It doesn't, when you're on higher difficulties, Most grenades tend to not do very much, at least from my experience, unless you have, you know, one of the good ones. Like in my experience, the Ghost Call or Fungus Among Us does pretty good on things like that. But like this, you know,
You're gonna regret
pop some guys up right now.
No.
Down the shield,
Come get me,
whatever.
heretic!
That's fine.
Ah, you found a human spy. You'll fit right in on Pandora.
Yeah, this pistol's pretty fun. I wish it was a little bit more expressive in how it works, but you know, it has a certain chance to hatch baby fireflies in the flesh of your victims, and then they sprout out and deal incendiary damage to them, which is just awesome. Yeah, you can see a couple over them damaging that guy with something like that. So low. I have that's why if you were looking earlier, I had four shells in my speedload Hellwalker, but it's 2 shots, 2 ammo shot. I have some armor, ammo enhancing, I think the shield, maybe? No, not the shield, it's just the specials. Yeah, where is it? Yeah, 32 weapon magazine size, and this one puts it up 73, so I got a little over 100%.
Too many to count!
The compressing storm, expert storm, I think is what this is. This and the firestorm sniper rifle, just absolute gold, precious. It's awesome. I found this assault rifle too recently. The stimulating shredded laser sploder, like a beam weapon, kind of, but probably the best beam weapon I've ever seen and used. Yeah, it gets the job done even on like higher mayhem levels and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll be hitting at mayhem levels once we get
There's
off
one
of
of
this
those
planet.
shock skags now. Get it spied.
Not quite sure if we're going
The
to
hunt takes all!
go up to a higher level,
Go
like,
on,
go
pick it
straight
up.
up to 11,
Hope
or
you
if
don't
we'll
mind
just, like,
handling
flip it up
visitor.
flip it up into a level 4. Sorry, I was kind of talking over him.
Ah, very good. Bring it back to the machine. And be quick about it.
Yeah, you know, like I was saying in the beginning, part of the reason I kind of wanted to do this is because I haven't seen anybody do like a proper full playthrough of this game, which I think the internet and the world deserves. You know, I think it should have that out because this is such an awesome game. And again, you know, once we kind of get going through things, I'll try to show you all the weapon locations, at least of the good ones that I like, and whatever else I find useful and things like that. We'll explore all the edges of the map. I'll show you how to open all the different territories over time. Like some maps have certain spots on the map that you can't access, and then like they open up like way later with like DLC content. And stuff
Okay,
like that.
now install the spy. That bandit spine's not actually gonna work. I just wanted some payback because those bastards broke my machine. Still, I appreciate your dedication to capitalism. You've already got a shock skag spine. Try that. It will work much better, I promise. Well done, Vault Hunter. Now you have access to my vast array of murderous wares in a new convenient location. And as an added thank you for dishing out some vengeance on those filthy bandits, let me open up my secret stash for you. Who says payback doesn't pay, huh?
Amen. to
Good
that.
hunting!
Yeah, and you can see me struggle with any parkour that ever comes up from time to time. Nightbox. Boom! Holy crap, look at that. Searing Nemesis. From what I remember, that was pretty good. And of course, my inventory is full. Let's see, the Devil's Foursome. You know, I never liked the Devil's Foursome. You know, that's that pistol that it shoots like 3 explosive rounds, and they like whip out in a circular motion and then like meet up like 20 feet ahead of you, so you kind of have to be at a certain distance. You know, it's not a bad gun by any means, but never my preferred because I am not a super capable person. It's got only burst though. Oh, I guess we'll leave it. I have to do some organizing in my inventory when I get the chance to get back up on Sanctuary. I guess let's just hope we don't find any amazing guns while we're down on Pandora still. Maybe we don't have to worry about it. Alright, we're gonna head to the broadcast center now. I think after we get the vault map, bring that back, call it a day on this. Just awesome game. I can never say that enough times. It's probably the best game, one of the best games I've ever played. I know that in the future I want to do some other things. I want to do some other playthroughs of like specifically single player games and stuff like that. Like I was thinking about probably doing a run through of Evil Within 2 sometime. The first one's pretty good too and everything, but the gameplay's a little rough on that, so we'll see. I guess if we end up getting it up in the viewer base and people want that, then we'll probably do it. Well, I mean, I'll do anything for that. Really, my whole kind of thing with this is just trying to play as many video games as I can and get them in there just for you guys to enjoy. Just as well to kind of archive all these awesome video games. Because they deserve it. They deserve it in a good fashion. Love psychos, you know what I mean? Like, you just, like, it's a love-hate relationship.
Whence you came.
And I think Cryo's gotta be my favorite type of elemental damage. You know, when you do enough, it's just like, holy crap, like, just look at that stuff, you know what I mean? Up to Ascension Bluff. Yeah, sometimes we'll get like, I'll get like the glitched loading screen, you know, where it'll just be stopped, like it's still going, but it'll be stopped, and but the tips at the bottom will keep popping up, so it's just like 5,000 letters just on top of each other, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, this fighting the bosses just never gets old either. Nothing about this game does. It's just awesome. And yeah, if anybody ever wants anything specific, I'll probably switch some stuff up. And I'm definitely probably going to go through like different skill trees and kind of try out different builds with Flak. I'm kind of trying out the fadeaway thing, which I haven't even used yet because there hasn't been really a need for it at the current level we're at. But we'll get some of that stuff rolling. Try out all the different pets, try out all the different abilities, stuff like that. I know that throughout the playthrough I want to hit as many guns as I can to kind of show off everything. You know, alongside just showing off the game, I want to show off all the game's content. Again, try to archive this game up on the internet. Honor the Father. Honestly, I gotta say, I hate these antagonists. I just don't like them. They're like, it's kind of funny, but at the same time, you know, it's, I don't know. They're so unlikable. Like, I mean, granted, like a lot are too, like Handsome Jack, you know, like he's likable, but also unlikable at the same time. Yeah, these guys, I don't know. I just never found the interest in the actual antagonists themselves, as opposed to their little psychos running around after us all the time. We'll get it done. Because I think, you know, all the missions being reset, you can kind of do that stuff again and again. Yeah, it's funny now that I'm like looking at stuff too. You can kind of see that there's a lot of the repeat memorabilia all over the place.
Welcome to the Holy Broadcast Center. Our daily live stream will be starting shortly with a special guest. Give your offerings now so you can join our elite Iridium tier chat for behind-the-scenes murder and mayhem. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Let loose your bloodlust roar for our God Queen, the First Sister, Tyreen Calypso!
What up, my Bandit Orphans? God Queen Tyreen coming at you live from the HBC. We're streaming, you're screaming, and we're all preparing to get into the Great Vault. Got some new converts today, and guess what? They brought us the Sacred Vault map. If that doesn't earn them a special place in the family, I don't know what does. But first, I want to get real for a sec. You've all accepted me, even though I wasn't born a bandit. My first words weren't blood feud or ribcage spelunker. But now we're all family, and family is forever. We'll start the ceremony after a few quick shoutouts. Stay bloodthirsty!
Yeah, part of that too. I want to try to get all the dialogue and everything in.
Rest now.
Brutal.
Yeah, Razor, 55, mine lovely. Me and Troy got the shirts you sent. We'll
Yeah,
send
plus
a pic
I'm
of us
all
wearing them on the
damage
show.
build,
Justice!
you know,
Soon
for
as we get
black
the
and
source
stuff.
of
And I think on the rig, like without crits, I'm currently doing around 200% extra damage with my weapons. It might vary on the weapon here and there, but for the most part, pretty close. Which, if I'm like not lying, I don't know how any of the other characters survive as well in the later on in the late game. Probably damage buffs as well, but without flags like crit skills, you know, so it's just make the damage like so much more. Yeah, you just saw that shot there was like near 800,000. I just don't know how you'd even be able to kill anybody. I played through a lot with my dad. We were just trying to get through Herbivores the Invincible. You know, we're not necessarily the best on staying on top of like game events and stuff like that. Yeah, we're working on like different raid bosses and stuff like that.
Time to kill!
Trying to focus on all the vault card items in the gear there too. We haven't really done any of that right. Yeah, this killing mouthpiece is probably going to be insane. Might I say a bit of a boring for a boss fight, but we'll steamroll through this. Let's see how long it takes. Granted, I don't think. Let me check. I'm pretty sure you can't access mayhem mode. Oh, you can. You can just right off the bat, huh? Can you? Oh yeah, it looks like you can. Exit without a plan. But yeah, we'll just hit that up the next time we come in, just to make things a little bit more spicy. Probably go up to Mayhem level 4 or something like that.
Alright, time to welcome the Sun Smashers into our family! We'll post the vid later, along with some new Let's Plays. Signing off for now, don't forget to like, follow, and obey.
Hey, that's what we're doing.
Another perfect live stream from our infallible God Queen Tyreen! The Holy Broadcast Center opens once again to hear your sins and receive your skins.
That's pretty funny. Peace upon us. That's crazy too. I don't think I ever really looked closely at that. Some hella art for those two.
Step forward and be glad!
The thrill of the hunt!
You always got to keep an eye out too for that yellow paint. Always tells you where the secrets are, or where secret areas are anyway, or little like flanking areas and stuff like that.
But I'll polish
That again.
You are mine!
heard in some games like people don't like it. I don't know. I think they did that really well in Borderlands 3. You know, just with the or I guess it's yellow, the yellow paint just being in various areas, especially in areas where you need to find like figure out where the heck to go. Sometimes it can be a little over in certain video games. Like that was the same thing with not even anything. But like in Evil West,
don't hold back.
I know that they did that pretty well too. You know, it's like always out of place, but at the same time, it's like cool. You know, just a little bit of rail track kind of hanging off the side of the ledge you need to go up. Probably do a playthrough of that too when I get a chance, because that is an awesome game that needs a good playthrough on here. It's just brutal, you know what I mean? It's like it's on the lower levels. It's just so brutal. It's awesome. You know, because like I'm doing a playthrough of Borderlands, and you know, like it being quite that easy isn't necessarily like the typical Borderlands experience. But I think that's kind of why it's cool, at least in my eyes. It's just like, you know, you just shoot eyes and pop, you know, like the balloon.
Blood everywhere.
Oh god. You know, it just provides that totally different kind of experience. It's just entertainment more than anything. You know what I mean? More religious art.
Something about you makes my toes itch.
You gotta love the dialogue. There's just nothing better than the psycho dialogue. Oh, sonic shotgun. Yeah, when you really hype the damage up with Black's abilities in certain areas, you know, you get the crits going. It's just you're up in the millions, which is just insane. That's just insane amount of damage. I've never even, you know, I played through all the older Borderlands. I never even got to that level of like seeing damage like that. It's just mind blowing to me. Cool, like cool, you know, but mind blowing at the same time. Just like crazy.
Let the hunt take you.
Power play. That guy's spinning. I think that guy was just like spinning. That might be the no ammo. We don't need any ammo. Let's see what they got. Lag.
I've got bullets with your name on them. Well, wait, that came out wrong. Can't have too much health
So
and
what
shield.
is that on my? I think that ammo boost is on my shield. I think. Oh no, that's the corrosive damage buff, which is pretty good. But I have. So I thought that's why I thought I had that shield on because of that. But let's see. Yeah, I've got a few other shields down here, but I think we got an old god somewhere too. Oh no, that must be in our bank. This one's probably what quickening stopgap is pretty good because it gives you that immunity for a few seconds, but I think it halts the shield recharge while that's going on. Let's see here. Fight for your life increase 50%. Buckler gas mask. That's the recent one I got. I got that with that diamond key as well. It was like the best shield I found on the wall. And it's a little bit bigger than ours currently. Maybe more than a little bit, but yeah, about 13,000, which isn't exponential at the end of the day. You know, it's like, it's crazy. This game, the enemies just do so much damage on the reg. It's kind of crazy. Oh, I have the old god. I'm dumb. Okay, so that's what I'm wearing right now, the Juggernaut old god. Just awesome. Yeah, we should pull out the, let's get out our Breath of the Dying to use on this guy. See how fast he goes down with that. Yeah, we'll have to amp up the so you can come back, you know, like some of the boss fights you end up doing like 2 times over, stuff like that. And so when we come back to fight this guy, we'll definitely make sure that we're on 11 at the very least, just for the fight, just to kind of give a different experience on that. Because this will probably be pretty quick. But I'm not gonna go down pretty quick too, though. See what I mean?
All of you are weak!
One of the best lines.
Is that all you've got?
Yeah,
The
there
vault
it is.
map. There you are.
Quick dodge. Yeah, well.
Let them hear your rage!
Oh, map.
Perfection.
There it is.
Save! Did you come all this way for that busted ass map, or are you just here to see me? Didn't know you were such a super fan. Oh, you missed the show? Oh, right. But you're all like, what's up with those husks? Well, it's a thing I do. Check out the screens. So I offered the Sun Smashers a place in our family, but they just wanted guns and cash. They betrayed the family. Oh, then Troy said something great.
Gods don't negotiate.
Gods don't negotiate! I love it! Love it! Like I said, that map is super busted, so go ahead and take it. I'll swing by later to pick it up. You're my most loyal follower, Vault Thief. You just don't know it yet.
Yeah, there's a gun you can get later on. I think it's called the,
I knew you'd find
it's
the
like-
map killer.
it's like
Bring
the
it back.
trader,
And
something
don't
like
let
that.
it out of your sight.
I
lost it once.
man.
I won't lose it
But
again.
it's a mission for, like, doing something that she wanted you to do. We'll go there
Don't pee on
eventually.
it this time.
There's a weapon box up here. Yeah. Weapon? Cash? Scrappy weapon? Yeah, you know, it's probably like, I don't know if that's a largely me thing either, but I always, most often only take like blue, purple, or golden weapons. You will usually never see me taking anything else than that. Mainly just because, you know, you just stick with like certain tier of weapons, you know, it's always just way better. Granted, you can find a lot of pretty dang good guns on the lower tier styles, but then you're always cycling through inventory, trying to make everything have like a few extra slots at the very least. You know, my inventory's already full too. That's just because I've been playing, trying to like farm some weapons and stuff recently. Yeah, it fills up so fast, and then you gotta take a few hours to go through everything, depending on if you want it or not, or if you care. Especially if your bank is full. Scratch this side quest. It's a head in a jar. Probably not the weirdest thing you've seen today. Head
Vaughn,
case.
do you know this decapitated bandit?
Ah, no way! That's my Deputy War Chief Vic! She's my best bronette! Grab that head.
Grab that head.
They must have been interrogating her in VR. You know, we used that same tech back in Hyperion when we caught a corporate spy. Or when someone's broccoli salad got stolen from the break room and I didn't have time to make more. Anyway, Vic's trapped in a virtual torture chamber. You gotta go in and get her out!
Exciting. I have never hunted in a head before.
There should be a VR console by the gate to the HBC. Just hook her head up and your Echo device will digistruct you right into the VR construct. I'd go in there myself, but VR stuff totally squicks me out. No one's gonna take my body apart molecule by molecule without a fight. I'm an analog man! I gotta say, I'm surprised the COV are using VR tech, but, you know, then again, it's pretty cheap these days. I mean, people make entire worlds in there and just live in them. It's weird though, you know? Most people just revisit worlds that were made like 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's funny, you know, a lot of the stuff that you can see sometimes. Aside from what they say, you know, eat his word. It's so ridiculous. So many of the things that they say, it's hilarious. What's this? A little COV statue? Help Vaughn stick it to the COV and replace these ugly things with something a little more glorious.
Vaughn, I have discovered a COV statue. Know anything about it?
Ugh, the children of the vault have been leaving these suck-butt COV statues all over the place. You know what? We're gonna stick it to those wannabe gods and make our own idols. In my image. Yeah, good idea. From chiseled jaw to legendary calves. First off, go find all my wanted posters. P.S. I am very wanted. If we're gonna pull this off, we're gonna need those pictures of me to feed into the 3D scanner thing. Then we can start printing out the statues that look like me instead. Haha, that'll really tick off the Calypsos.
Nice.
I didn't go from Hyperion accountant to bandit war chief just to follow orders again. But, you know, after I refused to join that stupid cult, Tyrene Calypso put a bounty on my sculpted ass. And the rest of me too. But I'm still alive, baby! And I'm still shaking it, bro!
Shake it like you want to make it. Oh. They haven't respawned yet out here either. Cool. Alright, let's go here. Gonna head down here. Smash this here, huh?
I can crack you open.
Nice. Yeah, I pretty much just reset all the missions for this, and I think that's basically all it does, I guess. I thought originally it would like take away the Iridian love or whatever you have too, but I guess not. Cool. Alright, I guess we'll be calling it right about here. Pretty much now as of always, if you liked what was in this video, subscribe for more of this good stuff to flow into your feed nearly every day. I'm the Curator, and I wish you the best. Hope to see you next time. Have a lovely day.